In 2025, artificial intelligence isn't just advancing, it's evolving into something almost magical. But while we hear about ChatGPT and Claude grabbing headlines, some of the most powerful AI tools out there aren't being paraded around. They're being quietly developed, refined, and let's be real, hidden. Why? Because when you're sitting on game-changing tech, shouting about it too early means inviting competition, criticism, or regulatory headaches. So let's peel back the curtain and uncover most secretive AI tools big tech doesn't want you to know about. Amazon's Nova models. Amazon might seem like a shopping platform, but behind the scenes, it's building an AI empire. In late 2024, Amazon launched a family of powerful foundation models called Nova, including Nova Micro, Nova Lite, and Nova Pro. These aren't just chatbots. Nova Pro is a multimodal model that understands text, images, audio, and even video, aimed at everything from customer support to robotic automation. But instead of hyping it up like OpenAI does with GPT, Amazon chose silence. Why? One word: Anthropic. Amazon has invested billions in this AI company and wants to quietly dominate the AI infrastructure world via Bedrock, its cloud service. Nova's true potential, especially when paired with Anthropic's Claude, isn't just being hidden. It's being strategically shelved from the spotlight, at least for now. Google's Gemini Robotics. If you thought ChatGPT was impressive, imagine it operating a robot that can clean your house, fold your laundry, and pack your lunch. That's the world Google's Gemini Robotics project is trying to build. A fusion of language and vision AI, Gemini isn't just about conversation, it helps robots interact with the physical world. In a 2025 DeepMind blog, Google revealed that Gemini Robotics could perform tasks by simply watching and understanding instructions, including folding origami, sorting objects, and packing boxes. It uses embodied reasoning, a fancy term meaning it can think with its sensors embodied. But Google's tight-lipped about broader applications. Why? Because releasing humanoid-level AI into the world raises serious ethical, regulatory, and security questions. So for now, it's locked in Google's lab. Apple Intelligence. Apple's been suspiciously quiet in the AI race until now. Enter Apple Intelligence, a privacy-centric suite of AI tools being integrated into the next generation of Apple devices. According to Business Insider, April 2025, Apple is training its AI on synthetic data instead of user data, preserving privacy while building a more intelligent, context-aware Siri. Siri 2.0 is reportedly coming with iOS 19 this fall, and it's not just smarter, it's conversational, proactive, and can complete multi-step tasks. So why hasn't Apple shouted this from the rooftops? Because they're obsessed with polish and privacy. Apple would rather launch late and perfect than early and buggy. And in a world where AI misuse is rampant, that's not a bad thing. Amazon's Interest AI. If you've ever wondered how Amazon seems to know exactly what you want before you even search for it, it's thanks to its stealthy Interest AI. In early 2025, Amazon quietly rolled out this feature, which builds a user profile based on your behavior and subtly tailors your product feed accordingly. Unlike other recommendation engines, this one works in real time, continuously updating based on what you click, read, and linger over. Amazon doesn't publicize this tech because it blurs the line between helpful and creepy. But rest assured, your every scroll is being watched, analyzed, and turned into a sales pitch by machine learning. Apple's $500 billion AI war chest. In February 2025, Apple made a stunning announcement. They're investing $500 billion in the US over the next 4 years, with a massive chunk earmarked for AI, custom silicon chips, and workforce development. That's $500 billion, with barely any public-facing detail. This level of spending signals something huge is brewing. Some speculate Apple is designing its own AI servers, competing with NVIDIA. Others think it's preparing a next-gen AI app store. But Apple's lips are sealed. Their infamous secrecy is a shield against leaks, copycats, and shareholder panic if something flops. Whatever they're cooking up, it's big, and it's hidden for a reason. Google's humanoid robots. Google's not just creating robots that sweep floors, they are eyeing humanoid robots that can walk, talk, and navigate real-world environments like humans. According to Reuters, March 2025, DeepMind has started merging Gemini with physical robot prototypes capable of dynamic motion, hand coordination, and speech. This isn't Boston Dynamics-style dance routines. We're talking robots with reasoning that can recognize people, understand requests, and adapt on the fly. The reason it's under wraps? The public isn't ready. The idea of walking, talking AI robots still triggers Terminator flashbacks. Google's moving carefully, testing these machines in controlled environments before unleashing them in public. AI on your wrist. Apple is preparing to launch watchOS 12, and it's not just about new faces or better fitness tracking. With it comes a fleet of AI capabilities powered by cloud-based processing. The Apple Watch will soon be able to summarize notifications, respond intelligently to messages, and track your mood using biometric data and voice tone analysis. Due to hardware constraints, much of the AI work is offloaded to Apple's data centers, enabling complex features like personal coaching, stress detection, and proactive scheduling. But here's the twist: Apple hasn't advertised these AI updates loudly. They're rolling them out slowly, testing user reactions and refining privacy controls in the background. Amazon's Nova Act SDK. Amazon's AI development doesn't stop with Nova models. In early 2025, it unveiled the Nova Act SDK, a developer toolkit that lets programmers build AI-powered agents capable of interacting with real websites and apps, performing tasks autonomously inside browsers. It's the kind of tech that can replace entire customer service workflows, automate online shopping, or even manage your inbox. But you won't find this headlining CES. Amazon's keeping it quiet to avoid regulatory scrutiny and to give developers a sandbox to experiment before going public. It's powerful, but its implications, especially in automation and surveillance, are massive. Apple's AI leadership overhaul. In 2025, Apple made a bold but quiet reshuffle within its executive ranks, appointing Mike Rockwell, formerly head of Apple's augmented reality virtual reality division, to spearhead the transformation of Siri into a next-gen AI assistant. This wasn't revealed in a keynote or flashy event, but rather slipped into the footnotes of a pimps.com report, almost as if Apple didn't want you to notice. And there's a reason for that. Siri has long lagged behind competitors like Google Assistant and Alexa, often criticized for its limited capabilities and awkward responses. Internally, Apple knows this. Rather than make excuses, they're preparing a total AI overhaul behind the scenes. Rockwell is now leading the charge under the umbrella of Apple Intelligence, aiming to integrate multimodal reasoning, contextual memory, and even emotional intelligence into Siri's core. Apple's new AI isn't just about answering questions, it's about creating a truly intuitive assistant. The hush-hush nature of the project suggests that Apple wants to debut Siri 2.0 as a jaw-dropper, not a beta test. When they finally unveil it, it's meant to redefine what voice assistants can be. Gemini Robotics ER. And finally, the most advanced AI big tech is quietly developing. Gemini Robotics ER, a version of Google's Gemini model built specifically for embodied reasoning. Think of it as an AI brain that doesn't just talk or see, it thinks with its body. This AI can manipulate objects, predict physical outcomes, and make judgment calls in real-world settings. For example, it knows that tipping a full cup of coffee on a slope will spill something most AIs would fail to predict. This is the missing link to real-world general intelligence, and Google knows it. That's why it hasn't gone viral. They are still testing it under lock and key, aware that releasing such power too early could cause chaos or worse, backlash. If this peek behind the curtain blew your mind, just imagine what else they're hiding. Smash that like button if you're ready for more AI secrets big tech doesn't want you to know. Subscribe for weekly deep dives into the future they're quietly building. Got thoughts or wild theories? Drop them in the comments. We're watching, and remember, in the AI age, knowledge isn't just power, it's survival.